Greetings and welcome to the Introduction to Astronomy. In this week's Astronomy of Other Cultures, we are going to talk about the astronomer Gan Di and look at his contributions to astronomy of the very early eras of China. So let's get started here. So in the 4th century BC, long before modern telescopes or other instruments, one of the earliest known astronomers in Chinese history carefully studied the night sky. His name was Gan Di, and his work marks the beginning of a recorded astronomical tradition that would continue in China for more than 2,000 years. Gan Di lived during the Warring States period, a time of political division but remarkable intellectual growth. It was in this era that the systematic sky observation began to emerge as a serious scientific practice. Gan Di is best known as one of the earliest figures to compile structured astronomical observations in China. His work did not survive intact, but is preserved through references in later historical texts. Along with his contemporary Shi Shen, Gan Di helped establish early traditions of star cataloging, planetary observation, and careful celestial record keeping. At a time when many cultures viewed the sky primarily through myth, Gan Di focused on observation and classification. One of Gan Di's most important contributions was his involvement in early star catalogs. He identified and described numerous stars and star groupings, organizing them into recognizable patterns. These systems were different than the modern constellations, reflecting a unique Chinese framework for the understanding of the sky. This work helped lay the foundation for later Chinese astronomical mapping, influence how astronomers tracked stellar positions and motion over long periods of time. Gan Di is also associated with early planetary observations, particularly of Jupiter, which held great significance in Chinese astronomy. Jupiter's motion was closely tracked because of its roughly 12-year orbital period, which was connected to calendars and astrological systems. Gan Di's careful observations contributed to understanding its regular movement against the background stars. Some historical records even suggest that Gan Di may have observed a small companion near Jupiter, possibly one of its moons, using the naked eye. While this claim remains debated, it highlights the exceptional attention paid to detail in early Chinese observations. Like most early Chinese astronomers, Gan Di's work was closely tied to calendar making. Accurate calendars were essential for agriculture, ritual observance, and political authority. Observations of the sun, moon, and planets allowed astronomers to predict seasonal changes and refine timekeeping systems. Gan Di's observations helped establish patterns that later astronomers would formalize into increasingly precise calendars. Gan Di's true legacy may not lie in a single discovery, but in a method. He emphasized careful observation, long-term record keeping, and pattern recognition, principles that define astronomy as a science. His work helped shift astronomy away from myth and toward systematic study. Centuries of Chinese astronomers built upon this foundation, refining techniques and expanding knowledge of the heavens. So let's go ahead and summarize what we've looked at here today. So we've seen Gan Di stands at the beginning of one of the world's longest continuous astronomical traditions. His observations of stars and planets helped establish astronomy as a disciplined practice in China. In the next lesson, we'll turn to his contemporary Shi Shen, whose work alongside Gandhi helped shape early Chinese star catalogs and celestial theory. So that concludes this week's Astronomy of Other Cultures on the Chinese astronomer Gandhi. We'll be back again next week for another Astronomy of Other Cultures video. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.